another song.
Sure. So now we get to see if Jay Brown can tune a guitar and talk at the same time
No
after
way.
all these years.
Oh, my gosh.
I've got to put it in open tuning.
Well, if you need to focus on it, I can let folks know
thank you.
that we are listening to Jay Brown, and he's got that thing tonight at White Horse Black Mountain, but he is also doing a solo thing in Boone. You folks up in the high country, Jay Brown's coming back to you to play at the Beacon Bar in Boone on Thursday. That's a 6:30 show. And then it sounds like you got the Lazy Birds again at Shiloh and Gaines.
That's right.
Back in Asheville.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
South Asheville, isn't it? It's kind of...
Yeah, I think you could say that. Yeah,
forgot where it
It's on
is.
Hendersonville Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
South side a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
So that's Friday at 8 o'clock, Shiloh and Gaines, Lazy Birds doing a show. And I know you Lazy Birds are also playing in South Carolina, Lancaster Cultural Arts Center.
Yes.
I didn't write the date down.
It's this Saturday after the Shiloh and Gaines.
So this Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you did it. You
I did.
tuned while,
Yes.
while
Actually,
listening and talking.
that's
Wow.
right.
That's pretty good.
You don't, yeah. Well, I do have a tuner, so
What were we just talking about?
I have no idea.
That was a trick question. But you got a song. Cool.
Yes, I do. So here's one. Well, I'll just play it. I won't say the name. She left me here in the mud, left me here in the flood, wrecked my home, left me alone, took my booze, took my clothes. She left behind this hellish scene. What kind of hell you think I mean? I mean that mean Helene. She kicked me hard when I was down. I wish she never came around. I've nothing left beyond my breath, my aching head, my soaking bed. This kind of hell I never seen. What kind of hell you think I mean? I mean that mean Helene. Helene, that mean Helene. Helene.
Jay Brown on WNCW. Boy, that sounds like something that could have been written about one of the 1916 flood or the Galveston flood there. Some blues legend out of Texas or something doing one. But that's a new one.
That's a new one.
And it's called...
Maybe we'll call it That Mean Helene.
Well, that was going to be my guess. But you haven't officially named it
No,
yet,
I guess
huh?
not. I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
maybe it's being christened right here, live on the radio.
Yeah.
Another one about Hurricane Helene, and I have a feeling we're going to be hearing a lot of great songs like yours.
Absolutely.
About it. I guess you're familiar with all these benefit compilation albums coming out. One of them really about Western North Carolina, Caverns of Gold. A guy in Tin Roof Echo and others have put that together, and it's like 200 or something tunes. I forgot. Nearly that many. And then also one called Cardinals at the Window. and it's all just fundraising efforts for Beloved Asheville, the nonprofit doing a lot of work in downtown Asheville, but then a few other nonprofits are the recipients of the funds raised from these collections.
That's great.
And I know you've been involved in some of these fundraising events. We're seeing all these great concerts and benefit events come up.
Yeah.
And you did one, Western North Carolina Rising or WNC Rising at the Rad Brewing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, with Lazy Birds.
Yeah, it was Lazy Birds.
Yeah, that was great.
You were there with Peggy Rotus and others. That just seemed to stand out as one of the ones that I wanted to like pick your brain about. But what are these events like for those of us that maybe haven't been able to go to one of these?
I was surprised to see such a great turnout, and and the feeling of the crowd and everybody sharing their stories, and there's some emotion and there's some just a release from all the of all the people are holding. It's beautiful.
Yeah. They had, I noticed that they had, you got your food booths, you got your drinks, but there was someone selling herbal and spiritual first aid for trauma and stress.
Yes.
All the different aspects of it.
Yeah. And you're seeing that everywhere. Took my kids to get lunch at Beacon Village yesterday, and there's Blunt Pretzel has free food going all the time there, and there's usually live music going along with it, and there's people offering free massage, and just so many places like that. People are just doing whatever they can to help out.
Yeah, this is the time where therapists and counselors are really called on as superheroes to help out, right?
That's right. Yeah. It's crucial.
Yeah, and these fundraising efforts, sometimes the fundraising efforts could be for a number of different things. It could be for that very business that needs it, a venue or something. Lord knows they need a little funding help because they were shut down and they got to rebuild. Sometimes it's for a nonprofit, Beloved Asheville or one of these other ones. I think this one at the Rad Brewing was to help purchase cleanup equipment, chainsaws and earth movers and stuff.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So, and are you involved in some of the organizing of it, or is someone's give you a call and say, "Hey, we want a musician like you to be part of this"?
Yeah, it's more that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not much of an organizer. My wife is. And we have some things coming up at Canuga in Hendersonville.
Yeah.
She and I and our brother Joel Caribou Elliott played like a vigil there recently, which was really beautiful.
Yeah. Well, you lost a number of gig opportunities, I reckon, something that a lot of musicians have been hit with.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. At least for a while, and some probably for good. But I was playing at the Bush Farmhouse, and they got hit really hard. But amazing thing, the White Horse, just right after the storm hit, the White Horse, as soon as they were able, they started offering free beer for the community, and all of the tips and proceeds went to the Bush Farmhouse to rebuild, because they pretty much had to start over from scratch, which they started doing like right away. And so when the Bush Farmhouse wasn't serving free food to people, they were rebuilding their place.
Right. Yeah. Are you in touch with a lot of musicians who have been applying for grants and ways to help get financial funding?
Yeah, people have sent me some links, and we just got our internet back a few days ago.
Just a few days ago?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
Wow.
We got it now. So, that's something that we need to look into, I think.
Yeah, there's some opportunities out there. But I've heard from a few musicians who talk about how they're of the vocation that kind of falls between the cracks. It's not like a regular gig. It's not, through an actual employer. I mean, there are relief efforts for people who are individually employed, their own boss running their own one-person business. But musicians sometimes kind of don't necessarily fit the mold of what a government agency might say. Okay, yes, you have lost income.
Yes.
But you totally have.
Right. Yeah, musicians don't fit the mold of much of anything, I think.
Carving your own mold.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool. This is why we love you.
Yeah.